Hello, fire signs. This is your March 2019 reading. Thanks for watching. So right now, I strongly feel like you're doing a lot of healing of yourself through cooking. Maybe you're doing some spells. I need to turn this down. This is too loud. Sorry. Maybe you're doing some spells. But right now it's like I see you over the stove doing different magical things, and if you're cooking, you're putting intention into it and noticing the spices and different things that you put into it and recognizing the metaphysical properties behind each thing that you're putting into your food, recognizing how your food affects your body, really listening to yourself and listening to those around you. Who you feed, like if you have children or a spouse, you're really listening to what works for them and what doesn't, and you're also listening intuitively, and the food you're cooking is actually really magical, and it's like taking on the intention and the properties of the love that you're putting into it. This is something that's like really, really good for you. This is something that, like, food and herbal healing, like making your own herbal remedies, this is something that you could pursue as a career. Because this is like, it's like kitchen witching. You're magical. What you're doing in there is magical, whether you realize it or not, and it could be your path and your career. And right now you're very much guided by, this came up in the air sign reading too. Maybe you have air in your chart. Right now you're very much guided by Simbi spirits, which are snake spirits, and frogs. So reptiles. Reptiles really call to you, and there's something really beautiful about them too. You really connect to them on a different level than most people do. You connect to them on a soul level because you have these kinds of spirit totems around you. And they connect, if you have children, they connect deeply with your children as well, almost in an otherworldly sense. You guys can share compassion and love with each other through your connection with animals and your connection with reptiles, which aren't generally considered a cute or a lovable animal. And that's a really beautiful lesson that you guys are able to teach each other, you and your family, whether it be children or your parents or anyone in your family. Yeah, because your souls and your hearts connect. Okay, now we have like a completely different message. The Divine wants you to know that you have so many spirits around you right now that literally anything is possible, and specifically you have Haru, you have Jesus, like it was like this on the ground, like him looking at the possibilities. Like you have Jesus, Haru. So look at both aspects of. So they're different spirits, and they have different. Sorry, there's a plane going over or something. It's loud. They're different spirits individually, they're different individuals, but they are of the same energy. So look into both. It's time, you might know more about the classic story of Jesus Christ. Well, it's time to dig deeper, and Easter is right around the corner. So make sure that you pay homage and respect to him in whatever way feels fit to you. If you feel betrayed by organized religion, don't completely shun the holiday, or you feel betrayed by the commercialization of the holiday. Whatever you feel, don't let that take away from how you're going to celebrate and be thankful and show gratitude to Jesus Christ on Easter. And look into ancient Kemetic information. That's like Haru. He's from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt. So Look into Jesus and Heru in all of their forms. Look into the Ascended Masters, because right now they're calling to you to gather information on them so that they can help you literally pursue anything and everything, so that you can go down your path and get exactly what you want and exactly what you need and fulfill your spiritual contract for this lifetime. So they're asking you, they see the work you're doing in the kitchen. They're with you when you do the work in the kitchen, and also when you are taking care of animals and taking care of the earth and being kind to the planet Earth. And so you've really like gained their attention, and they're like, okay, we see you. Now you see us. Now it's time for you to figure out all the information about us and do your part of it, because we know you now. So it's time for you to know them. That's really cool. If you're thinking about now I have another message. These are all separate messages, so just to clarify that. If you're thinking about writing a book, write it. Because, yeah, but don't tell too many people about it. Only tell the people that you really trust about it, because not everybody in your life, whether it be friends or family or whoever, not everybody in your life always will feel happy to, or excited for the things that are best for you. Some people that you might be dealing with could be immature or just sad and lonely and self-critical, and, they're not always happy to see those around them prosper, because it makes them reflect on themselves and where they are in their life, and in turn makes them be really hard on themselves. So it's like you are reflecting, without even trying, you might reflect someone else's shortcomings onto them just by being yourself and naturally evolving and growing in the way you do. And please don't take that personally in any way. But this ties into if you have a big project that you're starting, especially with writing, if you're going to blog, if you want to write a book, if you want to write music, if you want to write poems, any freaking thing that you want to write with a pen on your phone in your notes, I don't care. I'm really sorry, that was my phone. Whatever you want to write, it's time to write, because Thoth, he wrote the Emerald Tablets. Also, if you don't know what the Emerald Tablets are, look into them. There are many ancient secrets and like gems and jewels of knowledge in them. Also, the birds are coming to you right now. You might be like, if you chill by water, if you chill by the lake, or there's any rivers around, go to rivers or lakes around you, go to the ocean around you, I don't care what time of year it is. If you see a big bird there, that's Thoth. He's there being like, here I am, you ready to write? Here's your sign, get out your pen, but keep quiet about it. Not everybody needs to know. Not everybody is supportive, and look at that, more frogs and snakes. Tell your family and tell the people you love the most, that you really trust, who you know will send you positive love and light, only in a push to get you going in the right direction, never to hold you back. Okay. Sorry, that looked like a booger. Okay. So, next we have Ra, which is the sun. We have more wings, more snakes, and, the sun god. And underneath, we have Hehu. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Or Hehu. But anyway, it's like... So I always think of Ra as like one of the big gods, like one of the main gods, because he was one of the oldest gods and a ruler. So you've got some really, really big, important entities' attention, whether it be your star family, whether it be your guides, guardians, ancestors, or angels, any of the above. Like, they have some very high ranking in the spiritual realm in different dimensions. So, like, these, I believe, are the gods and goddesses and spirits, essentially, that you were born with, that you had around you before you were born into this life. So you were born carrying them with you because they're just part of your soul path and your soul mission, and they're soul mates to you. They hold very high esteem. And so you already had them with you, but now you're attracting all these other extremely powerful gods and goddesses, and it's like you're freaking on fire, just surrounded by it. Like, spiral is a sign of the divine, and I feel like you're working with your hands more, whether it's like you're drawing or doing art, or you're working out and you're like lifting, because my wrist kind of hurts right now. Like, you're getting some carpal tunnel from something that you're doing, like you're lifting weights, or you're like doing chin-ups, like whatever you're doing, it's like you're writing, carpal tunnel from writing, duh, with Toth. You can't stop, and your wrist is like, hey! Well, it's like, just keep going through the pain, it's only temporary, and like, what is it to a god? What is it to a god? Because you're a god, you know? You're not immortal. And you're finally, like, turning on, like, the fire is turning on. You are red hot in yourself, and you're doing the right thing for you, and spirit is all around you because spirit sees you, because you're finally coming into your own, and it feels freaking good. It feels good, fire signs. And I just saw 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh, I want to do these this way. Let's see what this deck has to say. Also, the way I took out those cards was very methodical, so I feel like you're getting yourself in... You're organizing different parts of your life and different parts of, like, yourself and your personality, even, I think. You're just organizing it and putting it all together really rationally and, like, with methods, methodically, and, yeah, you're kind of being restricted and rigid, but it's working for you right now. It's like what you need, because you're also giving more leeway in different areas of your life. So when you are compensating for the different areas that you're being more loose in, you're creating a rigidity in other areas. And it's like, just look for that balance. I think you're on your way to the balance. But just recognize it when you're being, like, too rigid about anything or too loose in your morals about other things. Really sit with yourself and take note. Because I think you kind of got off balance and you're compensating. And you have to get back to your right groove. Alright, let's shuffle. Let's see. Yeah. You gotta find the balance. Look at the scales. This is Libra. This is justice. It is justice for you to find balance. I almost feel like you're feeling exposed right now. Usually when I see this card, I see that she's naked, but I'm not, like, I don't focus on it, but that's what I'm focusing on this time. I feel like you feel exposed and you feel really out in the open, and there are different paths and different ways for you to go and different choices you can make, and you're just really being out there and honest, and it's kind of hard for you. Not that you're not an honest person, you're just being honest about different things that's a change for you, that are usually you keep to yourself because you feel ashamed about them, and you're really out there exposing yourself, but it's giving you wings, and it's giving you a voice, and it's opening up your throat chakra, and it's moving you along your path, and you're doing the right thing. So whenever you're giving of yourself in a way that feels exposing but doesn't feel wrong, just recognize that it's all part of your growth process, and that you're only evolving from these sort of situations. And the 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're moving on from the fear. You're moving on from this imbalance. You're gaining a balance. you're gaining a balance and moving on from something else too. I think you had an idea about something, like about the way things were supposed to be, or that something was going to change, and now you're moving on from that idea and recognizing what you have to offer within yourself and within the space you have in this world, whether that's physically, emotionally, spiritually, like, that can mean anything. So, yeah, you're moving on from doubt and really just being yourself and working with what you have. Gifts, a home, looks, your body. Oh, that's way too many. Yeah, it's a rebirth. And it is justice. You're finding your balance. It's a rebirth. You've been through so much that it is no longer necessary to hold on to that pain, because the pain taught you what it needed to teach you. You've finished a cycle, I feel like, and now you're on to the next thing. And you're slowly letting go of little triggers from the past, from whatever it is that you're moving on from. One more card. You guys like my blue hair? I like it. Oh, that's too many. We'll go with that one. Dance. Do something to shift your vibration. Make sure that every single day, because y'all are fire signs and you guys need it, make sure every single day you guys are doing something, some form of exercise, whether it be taking a walk, going outside and just being out in your yard, walking around your yard. Try to move and get some exercise every single day, and try to spend at least a little bit of time outside every day, even if it's cold right now. It's time for your body to go out and experience the cold and kind of feel it a little bit, and not enjoy it. Well, learn to appreciate it, and also learn all the reasons why you don't like it, and then learn to appreciate it for what it is, because it is what it is. And then when summer and spring come, you will have so much more gratitude to give to that time of year and to the gods and goddesses associated with that time of year, because you'll recognize it for how precious and valuable it is, because you will have spent a decent amount of time out in the cold. And you need that. You need that. You need to understand each season, and you need to really connect to the purpose of each season. And you need to make sure that every single day, no matter what season it is, you dance or you exercise, because this says dance, so I felt the need to say it, but you make sure every single day that you exercise and you go outside every and not every day, like every week at least. Okay, guys? So that was a really good reading. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment if you want, if this resonated. Like if you liked it, and also subscribe if you feel like it. And I will see you at least next month. I want to do a dream. What are your dreams telling you? Pick a card. So hopefully I'll get that out. Alright, thanks. Bye.